I'm a hero, I'm for hire, I'm a seller, I'm a buyer. Conversations with me in my lounge as we scream. You know me, my Morgan, subject boy, follow him. I'm the comic man. I'm the comic man.
Oh, hello, true believers. It's time for another episode of Comic Conversations. And we have a special guest tonight. I was going to prepare a special video for him, but I'll find one for him. I got a bunch of videos we can do here. So I don't know. We'll do this one. This is his intro.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
And
right on, man.
You know they have to do that. So they said, you know what? We got to put a scene in here where Carl Weathers and Arnold can flex a little bit. So there we go.
I think I lost my sound here.
Uh-oh. Well, it might be are you on the phone? It might.
I lost sound. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna back out. Come right back in, okay?
Usually it helps to like leave. Yeah. That's a good question, Biggie Chic. I do not know. That's why I just buy what I want to read. It's to wait like probably 30 years. I don't know. Most of the stuff, like what was this one right here I was reading on the beginning of the show, was $3.99 when it came out. So now they're $4.99. They already went up $1. So you could probably get this for $2 somewhere. You know. All right.
There we go. Right on. Now we're back in. Now we're in business.
Sometimes,
yeah. Now we're cooking with gas.
If you're on a phone, it kind of messes up. Like, I don't know what's been going on here lately with StreamYard and YouTube. Good evening, John Malone. And I was talking to the immortal Biggie Chic. He's like, the Wolverine 8 behind me is a 9.2. So it's not the best grade. I made the mistake of not getting it cleaned and pressed before I sent it to CGC. But still, 9.2 is respectable grade. I may get it reholed or whatever at some point. But for now, we're going to talk about Patrick. It's good to see you here. Yeah, it's Big John Bashima. Big John Bashima. Patrick, it's good to see you. I appreciate you being here. And for anybody that doesn't know Patrick, he's a big collector of movie props and props that were used in movies specifically. And he's got a pretty hell of a collection. We might go over a few of them here in a little bit, but and we already had a pretty good conversation earlier. We were talking about Thundar the Barbarian. We might get back to that later. We just kind of like to talk about whatever on here. So
okay.
The first thing I do ask, one of the only questions I do ask is, so when did you start collecting things, and how did you get into collecting stuff from movies?
Oh, well, so I collected comic books in I started collecting comics probably in 6th grade, maybe earlier. But like seriously, like I take it a little more seriously, probably middle school. I think that's like common, right? And then as I got a little older, I got into firearms. So I had a pretty big firearms collection, and then that kind of extended itself into like film props, because like the guns in films too. So I started getting into that, and it kind of like just like all shifted into that. I also did replicas for a while, so I would do like I would do my own versions of props.
Yeah.
And so I did that for a long time too, and I like realized that there was like a point where I was like, I could actually probably have the real thing for what I have invested in this thing I built, Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I ended up switching, and then I've slowly basically almost gotten rid of everything else. I mean, I kept my firearms collection, but almost every, comic book wise, toys, replicas, those have all basically been sold off, almost all, in favor of screen user, production made props and costumes. And when I started, it was the objects like props, but I like kind of like grew into costumes, and now I'm like all about having the complete
Yeah,
costume, head to toe, the whole
yeah. I
walking
know,
deal.
like, I'm a big Hellboy fan. Like growing up, was reading the comics and loved the movies. And I noticed you got like the whole get up, like even like the is it the I got was it like is that some of the prosthetics or something or is that just
Yeah.
Pearl wear?
Well, the Hellboy one from the Ron Perlman version,
Yeah.
that's those are all like Ron Perlman prosthetics that were made for him for the film, and like laid up onto like a life cast of him. And the David Harbour version I have is actually a silicone head that was made by Joel Harlow for display at his own
You display the
studio.
comics and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so the head itself is a display piece, though, but the horns, the bodysuit, everything else is all screen used.
That's very cool. Like, I always I was a fan of that stuff growing up. Like when you learn about like what's his name, Botine, that worked on the Thing,
Yeah.
Stan Winston, and all these guys at ILM. Like there's a cool documentary series on Disney Plus called Industrial Lights and Magic, and it goes over the whole history of that, how they got some of those effects, and like they talk about like they call it the Star Room. They just took like a piece of black, some kind of paper, the background. They'd poke holes in it with like a pen, like stars. And one guy said, I would go in there on the days off and just chill and smoke a joint.
Man, I thought like Rob Bottin is absolutely, he was ahead of his time, a master, a genius at his work, man.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I selected this, because I know you do movie props and stuff. And me and both talk about our love of John Carpenter's movies. So that's kind of why I picked the background. So
yeah. Well, here's an interesting one. The Thing. My uncle was in The Thing. He's Windows.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. By marriage, like my father married his sister. So
okay.
growing up, I was always watching him die on television. He would get these television roles. Like, Thomas is going to be on television tonight, so we like go watch CIS or pick the Law and Order, and he'd be on there getting killed that week.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen that guy die more than anybody.
But more than what was that movie with Tom Cruise where he keeps dying and they keep
Live, Die, Repeat? Yeah,
that was a good movie.
I really like that one.
Jean Malo says there is one screen use prop that I would want, and it's the acrylic encased USS Enterprise in the episode Cat's Paw. That would be my holy grail. That was probably hard to find, if it even exists anymore. Sadly, a lot of times for those shows, especially Star Trek, a lot of that stuff was just destroyed, wasn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah, they threw it in the garbage. It was like not a thing. This is like not a thing until till like maybe the mid '80s. They started like actually like not just trashing it all.
And it's because some actor or crew member stole it or took it from the set.
Literally, like there's a like the Commissar collection. I think it's like famous. It's like for a lot of Star Trek stuff from the '60s show, and that stuff is all plucked from the dumpster. All of it.
Well, didn't they find the shuttlecraft? Remember, there was a guy found like they built like a big full model shuttlecraft for like scenes like when they went on a planet, right? So it's made out of fiberglass and everything. And a guy,
I think I saw that
and restored it.
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere. Like, that's when it gets big stuff like that, that's what happens to it. It ends up in somebody's driveway. It's like ridiculous. The original spaceship from the lander part of the ship from Alien, right, that lands on the planet, literally sat in a guy's driveway in LA for 20 years.
Jesus.
And they got it and restored it, and have since sold it for it was like $500,000. But
Oh man.
yeah,
Well, yeah. Well, John Moe saying it still exists. It's probably like either private collection or probably the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian has a couple of like Star Trek things. I've been to the Smithsonian Institute. Like,
yeah, Smithsonian has quite a few interesting things.
The
For sure.
the space and the space and what do they call? I can't remember what they call it. Aerospace Museum.
Air and Space.
Air and Space Museum. Yeah, that's one of the best ones. They have John Glenn's, not John Glenn. Chuck Yeager's freaking X1, Bell X1 in there.
They got an X-wing. They have a couple X-wings.
Yeah,
like full-size X-wings. But they're not actually in the museum. They have another hangar for storage.
Yeah, they have one that's like they have every plane they try to save. Like I don't know if they ever saved the F-14 Tomcat because I watched a documentary about this, and apparently when all the Tomcats got decommissioned, they shredded them.
I heard that.
That's a shame because it's such a remarkable aircraft.
Well, the Iranians had some until recently.
Well, they don't have them anymore.
Not anymore.
But I think some countries may still have somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure. But in the end, it's like kind of like driving a classic car to the F1 race. You know what I mean? At this point, it's like it's a beautiful airplane, and yeah, it's amazing. Like you have a Shelby Cobra GT, that's awesome from 1960, but it can't compete with a F1 car today. It's just the reality.
That's true. Oh, they sure do look good. I
remember
the G.I. Joe Sky Striker. You know, it's an F-14, and
I had that thing. I remember I had to go into debt for it when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, Jeff says they took them apart because the parts were being cannibalized and sold to unsavory. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Actually, my favorite plane is not a very good-looking plane, but it gets the job done, especially for like troops on the ground. The A-10 Warthog. The A-10 Warthog. That's
everybody likes the A-10.
Brr, brr.
Like they keep trying to retire it.
I know, and the Marine Corps keeps saying no.
Well, they don't have anything to take up that role. Like if you don't have a replacement,
yeah,
right.
And it's a hard plane. Like there was a lady that was a pilot of one, and she said she took a hit in Iraq when she was covering ground troops, and was still able to land the plane, like at the airfield. You know,
there's no doubt. You know, the F-15 can literally fly without a wing.
Yeah,
it's done it. They had a midair collision. Israeli pilot tore the wing off, and he flew it back to the airbase.
That's remarkable right there.
Yeah, it has the power to weight ratio makes it a missile.
So I guess he just probably had to adjust like what the thrust or whatever, or compensate like the way he pitched it or something, probably to keep it. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like dangerous, but I mean, it did fly back and it did land it.
Well, we'll see. I mean, still early to tell. I don't agree with going in there, but you know, they're already there. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, what's done is done.
What's done is done. Like, I mean, we didn't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen, but you know, anyway, we're not going to talk about that on the show. We're just talking about planes. I just like talking about planes, like the.
It's not politics. It's just cool airplanes.
Politics. I'm just talking about the planes, not the reason they deploy them.
Yeah. Fair enough.
F-86 Sabre, it was all right. It's like is that the a delta shaped wing? I think. Yeah, I used to go to air shows all the time.
How about the F-106 Starfighter?
Yeah, and the SR-71 Blackbird was cool.
Yeah.
F-18,
it's like cool looking airplanes.
F-18 was cool. And you got the F-35, I think they have now, and
I don't like the F-35. It's like a chunky version of the Raptor. Like I feel like she needs to lose some weight. It's just my opinion.
Chunky. But like I think the SR-71 is still the fastest jet they ever had. Like maybe it was a spy plane though.
That you know about.
that we know about. But
Yeah, that you know about.
there was a pilot said that he remembers flying over Russia. They had the surface to air missiles, right? He said, I'd be so high up. He says, and we were going so fast, they'd fire. I could see the SAM missiles go up, and they would just keep going up, trying to catch us, and then it would just go like this.
Till it ran out of fuel, probably.
So they were able to outrun a lot of things, although it was dangerous to go at that high altitude. That's why they had like the astronaut suits on, you know.
Back in the '90s, I had a friend who worked on on Air Force One's ground crew. So like before that though, he worked on the SR-71, and he would tell me, man, they bring the thing out and it just leaks fuel. It's just pouring out of everywhere, and then it takes off and heats up, and it seals up, stops leaking. It's kind of amazing.
And they kind of tricked the Soviets into getting the titanium to make it. Like the CIA opened up like some kind of like front business in Europe and did a deal with them to get the titanium to make the plane. So it was kind of like they did like all kinds of, although they're good at those psyop things. We won't get into that. I could do a whole channel on conspiracy theories, Patrick, but I'm not going, especially now that most of them have become true, you know.
Right.
So,
yeah, right.
Everybody's like, "Oh, it's crazy." I'm like, I don't know. Now
they seem to be on a roll these days. They seem to be on a roll.
Yeah, I said I'm starting to feel like next we're going to see a Bigfoot just walk down the street. I don't know.
It could happen. It could happen.
I'm not. Hey, I tell you what. You know, it'd be crazy. If I saw a Bigfoot walk out of the woods behind my house, I probably wouldn't be that surprised at this point.
All right. So one of the most famous recent sightings was one at a mall that they were building. And it's that mall is like 25 minutes from my house. It's kind of funny. This is about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, but I say recent. You know what I mean? It's not like they're happening every day, but yeah, these guys all claimed this thing walked onto this construction site, and they all freaked out and ran. I think they just wanted the day off, but they all claim Bigfoot showed up. So,
well, like I always thought it was interesting, like the Patterson video, like they on the famous from the '60s. Mm-hmm. They say that it was proven to be wrong, but like there's still people believe it. Like you can't get people like they're
in my opinion, it's a bad suit.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's a suit, but people used to believe it.
I would consider myself a costume expert, and I think it's a bad suit. Personally.
Yeah, I think what protects it from looking too bad is the grainy video. But yeah, it's probably like just some guy in a suit. Yeah,
just by like the look of the fur.
Yeah,
that's just like it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't look like a high quality. It's not Chewbacca. You know what I mean?
I think the other thing is about stuff like that, and I talked to my dad about it. My dad used to be a big hunter. He used to go coon hunting and squirrel hunting and deer hunting, and especially when you coon hunt, you have to do it at night with the dogs, right? They chase the raccoons down, and he said you'll be up in those mountains. Like I live in the mountains in Kentucky, so like he says you'll hear shit and you won't know what the hell's that. You know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't mean that it's necessarily something unknown. It could be anything. He says you could be walking through the woods and a mountain lion. A mountain lion, well, you won't know a mountain lion's there. It could be on top of you, and you wouldn't even know it's there. They're stealth. Yeah. They're just like pure stealth. You might not, you might see an eye shine and not even know what the hell it is. So
I like the Joe Rogan explanation. He thinks they're black bears.
Yeah,
like black bears will stand up on their hind legs at a distance, and people might misconstrue that as a Bigfoot.
Yeah. And
it's as good an explanation as I've ever heard, anyway.
Yeah. Jean Malloy has a question for you, Patrick. He says, "What is your favorite prop in your collection?"
Oh, I don't really have a favorite. I have so much now. It would be hard to pick one. Like really hard. But probably like maybe the scanner from Blade Runner 2049, the eye scanner. But that's That's hard to do because there's a lot here.
Is it from the original Blade Runner or the
Blade Runner
2049?
2049.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
still awesome to me, though. I mean,
it's
Blade Runner
the
is one of my favorite movies of all time.
mine too. I have a lot for Blade Runner actually. Surprisingly.
You know, what's great about that movie is I'm glad we brought this up. Now I can talk about Blade Runner. Okay.
Love that film.
Do you prefer the director's cut, though? Because I prefer the director's cut because about the narration, we don't know whether Harrison Ford's a replicant or not.
First off, I hate the idea that Harrison Ford's a replicant. It takes away the agency and it takes away the jeopardy. You know what I mean in the film.
Yeah, I like
And,
to be up in the air, though. I mean, like, you never know. Like,
but and I think that I get the like the unicorn inserting the unicorn and all that. It makes it make more sense. That I like the narration too. Kind of like it's a little redundant in some places. It could be cleaned up maybe, but like I do like the narration. I don't know. I've seen a couple of really good cuts of that film that are not the director's cut and not the original theatrical release, but like other fan edits, you know,
yeah,
that I really like.
and that movie is one of the reasons I have a huge crush on Sean Young back then.
Yeah,
I just
that one and No Way Out.
Yeah, the cinematography, like there's a scene when Tyrell wants him to scan her. He says, "Well, I want you to try because this one he still thinks he's human. I'm try it on somebody that's not a replicant." And you see him when you see the eye shine,
The
like when the sun, and the way her eyes look, it's like she almost looks like a robot. But the eyes, they got like a red, like or orange, like yellowish, and also like there's just so many great visuals in that movie. Like when you see all the miniature work they did, going into futuristic Los Angeles, and then of course the Rutger Hauer, who is one of the most underrated actors in my opinion. No, he doesn't get enough love. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago, I think.
Yes, sir.
But he wrote that.
I didn't get to meet him before he died.
Did you?
Yeah. I got his autograph on my Blade Runner poster.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's definitely a favorite of mine too, and especially because like with the monologue, that's like that one of everybody's favorites, right? That Tears in the Rain monologue, and he came up with that. It wasn't like in the script, so got to give credit where credit's due.
The total ad lib. It was added on. Like he was like, "Hey, I do this," and kudos to Ridley Scott for letting him do it. Because a lot of directors have been like, "No, we're going to do what's on the page." But what was great about that whole thing was, "Hey, Matt H, how you doing?" And I'll get to your question in a minute, Jeff. I just wanted to, he didn't even want to really kill Harrison Ford at that point. He knew he was going to die. And when Harrison Ford, he picks him up, and he's just like, he was just trying to terrorize him because he knew he didn't have long left. He's like, it's not fun, is it, living in fear all the time? And,
that's what it is to be a slave.
Yeah. I love that part. Like, he's like, I've seen things you people would not believe. And I was like, it's just such a great, like, and they had the rank, I don't know, and he's got the dove. It's just so crazy. I love that scene. And also, I have a crush on Daryl Hannah because of that movie. They had a very punk rock looking in that movie.
Daryl Hannah is hot as hot can be. That's all there is to that one. Here you go. Here's actually my autograph from Rutger Hauer. You can see that?
Oh, that's sweet.
And Sean Young.
Oh, yeah.
We got William Sanderson, Sebastian, and of course Zora.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now all you need is James Olmos and Harrison Ford. And
James Hong's the hard one to get. He's so old.
I know he's getting up there, and that guy's a legend, by the way. He's been in so many.
Does he still do autographs?
I don't know. I don't think he does. He probably. Jeff want to know if you have an old, like, what's your rarest Star Wars prop? Do you have any Star Wars props?
I do not. I have had Star Wars props, but I always sell them. I was so alienated by the new shit coming out of Star Wars that I walked away. Plus, like they really did a number on the value of that stuff with these bad films and stuff. They really did a number on on collectors and stuff.
Well, I could have forgive, like I've told people, I could forgive maybe The Force Awakens a little bit, but because they were trying to set things up. But then
that's how I feel about that one too.
I can't forgive Ryan Johnson for them even hiring him for that job.
Oh man,
the thing is,
I can't believe anybody hires him anymore. In my opinion, he should be washed up after that.
You know what the thing is though, like that he did a couple of movies that I did like Knives Out.
Yeah.
But those are different kinds of movies. That's the kind of movie he should direct. And like if you look at his resume, he's never directed anything like Star Wars. I don't know what the hell. I think they just wanted somebody that could go, here, do what we want. Do what we want.
Yeah. And he has the same basic political philosophy that they can plug in. So I think that's part of it as well. It's sad though. It's sad that they took all the amazing IPs at Lucasfilm and literally trashed them. It's stunning to me. It is stunning.
I like
they didn't stop with one. They went through them all.
I like a couple of those shows, but there's a lot of them I don't like. To be honest with you. Oh,
Poor Willow.
Had a hell. Oh, Willow's terrible. He's talking about that Hellboy. Well, I'll let him show it to you if you want to, Matt. You want to show him the Hellboy stuff?
Sure.
More than one. Like you said, Hellboy. Check this out. He's got more than one thing for Hellboy.
So that's the Perlman Hellboy. He's got the breakaway horns for the one shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you showed me that one time on Pause.
Kind of just pop right back on there. So there's the one. Let me take the walk back here. And this is the David Harbour.
Yeah. You know what? I like that movie. It kind of followed the comic Crooked Man.
No, the Crooked Man's a different one. That's Jack Casey. I don't have that one. That's the third one. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen the David Harbour one. Then I don't think I need to watch that.
Oh yeah. A little Venom love.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Venom.
Is that the one from what's his name? Toby.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. That's so cool. You know what? That movie gets a lot of hate sometimes, but I like it.
It has hidden spiders in the eyes and stuff. It's really cool. There's a little Judge Dredd too.
Robert McFarlane like to hide spiders like in his covers for Spider-Man. Oh, Judge Dredd, is that the what's his name? The second one or the first one?
Yeah, this is the second one. This is Dredd.
Yeah.
So this is Judge Volt.
Yeah. Carl Urban. That's Carl Urban's, I think.
Yeah. That's the Carl Urban version. This just happens to be Judge Volt, not Judge Dredd.
We have a question for you while you're showing us off from Jeff. He said,
Sure.
What kind of regimen is it to do to upkeep on these things? Like, is it hard to keep them and clean them and everything?
It depends. It depends on what it is. Some things you're really just fighting the clock. They're gonna rot on you. But these days it's gotten a lot better. Silicone is like more of like a 50-year product versus like the foam latexes that they were using in the 80s and stuff. That stuff, it turns to dust. I mean, you can fight it, but it is a losing battle eventually, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can preserve it, but it only goes so far. You know?
Yeah, a lot of stuff deteriorates.
Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, there's another one. The Punisher.
Oh, yeah. And that one Paul got for you? Or picked up for you?
Yeah. Actually, Paul got this. He got the vest for me.
Oh, yeah, the vest as well. Yeah. There's the vest. That's from the original, well, not the 80s one, the one with I'm having a
Thomas
big bad
Jane.
name tonight.
Yeah, it's a Thomas Jane version.
I thought he was a great Punisher, by the way.
This one is actually the John Bernthal.
Oh yeah, I love that one, man. John Bernthal, dude. That's one of my favorite actors right now.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. He does a great job.
I
And
like
of
what
course,
you tell that,
this is the one everybody really, really likes to see, and it's kind of like super rare. I don't think anybody else has one of these. But yeah, the Green Goblin, right?
Oh, Willem Dafoe. That's sick, dude.
So that's
I'm
the
doing
prototype,
in my head while I look at it. I'm like,
and this is
okay.
that's the prototype pumpkin bomb.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And then this next to it here, that's Goblin 2.
Oh okay.
So that's the prototype for that. Comic stuff, and of course, the Watchmen. I have a lot of Watchmen stuff.
Yeah, we had a comment about your Rorschach above the Goblin too. Is that his hat too?
The hat is actually made by the same people who made the hat for the film, but it's made for me.
Okay.
So that's a post-production hat. The mask is real though. So the mask is screen used, but the hat is not.
Okay.
And the gun, and of course the owl ship remote. The rest of it's all legit. But yeah, so you have Ozymandias.
Oh, that's so cool. That movie's such a good movie.
That's the owl ship remote right there, so you can remotely pilot the owl ship.
Oh, okay. I remember that in the movie.
And then that's from the show. So that's from that's one of Ozymandias's clones. That's one of the frozen clones. And then back here is the Dr. Manhattan mask from the show.
Oh, cool.
And then that's Fifth Cavalry mask.
Okay. That was a good show. I liked the show. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, they did a decent job.
They kind of tried to expand on it. I don't think Alan Moore probably liked it, but Alan Moore doesn't like anything when they do something with his work. So, Jeff says, I know everyone loves Dr. Manhattan and the comedian, but my favorite is Rorschach. I have to agree. I love Rorschach.
Yeah.
And but actually my favorite is Silk Spectre, but that's for obvious reasons.
There you go. That's the comedian's button.
Okay, the button, yeah. Is that a 45 caliber button? I'm just kidding.
The gun's like a high-end airsoft replica that they made for the comedian.
That's why I called it that, because I didn't want to, you have to be careful on the live stream. They'll freaking shut you down.
Yeah, man.
I don't care though. It's all right. But we're just having fun.
Who else? Trying to think of comic book stuff. It's like looking comic stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's Tony Stark's arc reactor. Kind of interesting.
Ooh. I like that you got all that stuff in like a shadow box. Is that all from Iron Man movies?
We have the arc reactor is Iron Man. You have the Jessica Jones stuff. So it's like she has the I have no spleen stuff. I have 2 sling rings. They're Baron Mordo's sling rings. So I have those from Doctor Strange. I have the miniature Mark II head. I have some pages from the Darkhold. And what else is up there? Deadpool's gun. I have Deadpool's Desert Eagle up there as well.
Patrick, Jeff wants to know: do you think the comedian was a villain or a hero?
That's a good question. Actually, he's clear. I think he's a villain, but I think he's kind of this. Isn't he supposed to be kind of the same example as Judge Dredd? As like justice run amok, right?
Yeah, That's what I always thought. Like he started
You know
out
what
with
I
good
mean?
intentions, but he ended up where he ended up.
Same with Rorschach, right? Rorschach's just justice run amok, just like unchecked, right?
Right. He just wants to completely like when Ozzy Manson got, you can't tell everybody what happened. He's like, I don't care. There, you know, because I mean, I don't agree with what Ozzy did, but Ozzy kind of had a point though that the cat's already out of the bag. If you tell them what happened, all this unity that everybody's coming together is going to end. You know, I don't agree with what he did, but at that point there was nothing else could be done. And but Rorschach's just too hard headed. He wasn't. I think Rorschach knew he was going to get killed, but he didn't want to live in a world where that it just didn't make sense to him, right? And he didn't want to live in a world.
He's too black and white, right?
Yeah.
There is only good and evil for Rorschach, right? Where Ozymandias sees the world in more grays, you know?
Yeah.
So, which also explains why he's so nice to Moloch, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up showing up and talking to Rorschach at his apartment and stuff, or the comedian, right? He goes to talk to the comedian, right? But he's getting drugs and stuff from Ozymandias, and it's really because he just sees the world as gray. Like these people are not necessarily evil, but I don't know. I think it's really one of the best comics ever written. I really do.
I know you say he's principled, but like, let me tell you something. The original Silk Spectre, when he was before his eyes were open, this is like in the 40s and 50s. He tried to SA her on a pool table and beat her up because she resisted. So I think he's a bad guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Also, you know what? It's kind of like, you know how you have people that like, my dad would tell me, my dad was a Marine, he was in Vietnam. He was there to do his duty, serve his country, you know, do what he had to do, get back home. But he said there were some people there, they signed up so they could shoot people. And that's the main reason they went. They wanted to shoot somebody. So I kind of get the feeling comedians like, I want to be a hero so I can kill bad guys. So some people just want to just do bad things. So I don't know. That's my I mean, maybe he might have had ideology when he started out, but like he was kind of a guy. I don't know, but you could do a whole video on the comedian, how complicated a character he was.
And like really, and not just the stuff that's in the actual like comic pages, right? But like the subtext stuff, right? Like all the extras that came with that comic that like really nobody ever talks about. It's kind of funny. Rorschach's journal and stuff.
Now, but that comic was way more detailed than what was going on.
Yeah.
There's characters they left out. Of course, Zack Snyder probably, if he made it the way it was in the book, the movie would have been 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So
it would have been a tough sell, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it would have been a tough sell as well. But I don't know. You know, you always get the movie you want. Like, even when somebody thought, "Oh, it'd be cool to have another Superman movie," but
I thought they did a pretty good job with the film in general.
Yeah,
I thought so. The one thing I didn't like, of course, where's the squid, right? I really wanted that.
Yeah, I did too.
Scene,
I wanted the squid.
But we got it. We got it in the show, so I guess I have to live with it there.
Is there ever a movie where you wish like they could have made it, or like because like there's one I want to see how weird it would have been because Kevin Smith was supposed to be writing it, and they had Nicolas Cage as Superman. That would have been. I want to know what would have happened with that.
The Nick Cage Superman suit was pretty cool too.
Now Matt with a Rorschach, yeah, he just didn't give a shit. He got to the point he'd seen so much stuff on the street, like when he talked about seeing that guy that fed the kid to the dogs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he just that was the last straw for him, and that was just like, you know, it's kind of like Frank Castle. Frank Castle just seen too much. They pushed him too far, killed his family.
He's broken. He's a broken man.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. I don't care. Like, and there's people like that. They're like, hey, I mean, we might as well just shoot somebody that's like this. They're not going to change and shoot them.
For certain.
Yeah,
for certain.
And like, he sees it that way because the world's kind of made him that way, and he's a Marine. He knows how to do that, and that's why he kind of always clashes with Captain America, you know, and
John Wick love, you know, the broken man.
Yeah, Rorschach kind of reminds me of Frank Castle and a little bit of Daredevil, except that Daredevil killed people. We got John Wick.
John Wick.
Talk about somebody you don't want to cross. John Wick. Huh? Tell you, he killed that guy's dog. They done effed up.
Yeah, there's his sword up there.
No,
His bow.
You know what I liked about the thing about that movie, the first one, is how they just set that whole thing up. Like, okay, this guy's just trying to live his life, and then like, oh well, they killed his dog. You're like, but then you don't realize they're like, when the guy goes back and talks to his dad, that scene that was so good foreshadowing. He's like, it's not what you did, son, it's who you did it to. And he starts telling this story about this guy killing people with a pistol. I was like, oh shit, they done effed up now.
And it doesn't stop. The whole red circle thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like you put it in the red circle and wait. And then the club's called the red circle, and then like the German bouncer.
Yeah. Like the whole premise of that hotel being a hotel where assassins go, and like really
it's
cool.
Fantastic.
These more comic books or something. I know they made a few, but I'd like to see a couple.
I'm looking forward to see what they do with Berserker. Well, so hopefully they'll do some good stuff with that.
You know what? I mean, you got Keanu, and to me, Keanu could do no wrong.
Yeah. So far anyway.
Well, except for that last Matrix movie they did. That was kind of.
Yeah, that was kind of. And what's the one he just did where he was an angel? There's a crazy one. He's an angel.
With Aziz Ansari or somebody in that with him.
Yeah. Not my taste, but I guess somebody digs it.
He's good. He's a good actor though, and he's from all accounts a good dude.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you? So you do a lot of like? I guess you do a lot of like. Okay, like if you want to get another prop, you're like, well, I'll just you'll kind of trade or maybe sell something else off in order to fund that.
Yeah, I sell an awful lot. So I buy and sell all the time because I mean there's no the price points are like who has that kind of money? I don't have that kind of money. Believe it or not, I am just a carpenter. You know, I'm not like I'm nobody's multimillionaire. You know what I mean? So
well, you know what? You're kind of like my stepdad. He used to wheel and deal. Like my stepdad would he was a car guy. He loved cars, right? And he liked guns. He collected guns. Well, with the cars, he restored like 50s and early 60s Corvettes. So like he would restore some, or then he would get a car, and he'd always have a badass car. Like he had a Porsche Boxster once. He goes, I'm tired of this car, so he'll go and do a deal, and he'll trade it for like a Corvette or something. You know what I mean? Or like he had a Ferrari 308 GT when I was a kid. It was powder blue, like it was Magnums, but he had it painted red. And but like he was able to do a deal where he knew where all these like auto auctions were at. Like, say this car was seized by the government or was repoed, right? So they're going to sell it at a discount, at a loss, just to get rid of it or whatever. Right. And he went down to Atlanta and picked it up. No, went down to Florida and picked it up. I think it was like one of them cocaine cowboy cars or something. I'm convinced it was. But they're bringing it back. He tells this story where he's bringing it back, and they're on the interstate going through Atlanta, and he's going like 140 miles an hour. And the state police, he sees them, passes them. He's like, oh, damn. So he says they pull over and wait on him. So it takes the state trooper like 5 minutes to catch up with him. And he pulls in behind them, and he says, I'm glad you boys stopped. There's no way in hell I could have caught you. And then he said, let me see the car. He's like, is this like the one Magnum PI? And he gets out, and they open the back hood, because the engine's in the back, it's a rear engine car. Yeah. And he gave a warning, said, don't drive like that no more. I'm going to put your ass in jail. So I guess
he was nice. He was nice.
If that had been me, I'd have been under the jail, Patrick. So, I mean, I don't know. He just.
Yeah. He was awful nice to them.
Yeah, but he used to wheel and deal like that too. So, like, if he wanted another car, he knew how to make a deal, and he had a lot of connections. So, I'm sure he made a lot of connections too in the community.
Yeah. I know a lot of the collectors and stuff like that. And I mean, like, if I want to buy something big, I have to sell something big. It's just kind of the way it goes, So, but it's been a net positive for me. So, like overall, I've done much better in this than I have in any other collectible. Just like with values, like over time. So, in my opinion, it's one of the best games there is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. In my opinion, comic collecting. If you're getting into comic collecting to make money, you're in the wrong hobby. You know what I tell people. Comic collectors.
Yeah.
The market is unless you can afford like all the high roller books. Because I know I got a lot of people I know that like, oh, this book's going to be hot. I'm going to get 5 copies of this and then sell the other 4. Eventually, it's all going to crash because I mean, you know, you're about the same age. I remember the '90s. I remember everybody thought, oh, I'm going to get 20 copies of Superman's death, and I'm going to be able to secure my retirement.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. It didn't happen. Not that it's not a bad story, but it's not. It was just, you know, people don't realize supply and demand. You print 1 million or something. Now, the thing with these props is there are not many screen-worn Hellboy props that were worn by David Harbour or Ron Perlman out there. So it's a finite, right? Kind of a finite.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one with both.
No, okay.
Like anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only one.
Yeah, well, I remember you, man. I'll hit you up, buddy. There's Boggs in here. No worries, man. I'll remember you. And I don't know because I don't know. Here's what I say. I'll play this video. This is if you're going to try to be a comic speculator. Here's what's going to happen.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
For sure.
It's true. That's true. Now I could see that with the prop thing. That would, if you could like work it like that, I'm sure it's probably.
It's a game like any other. You need to know what you're buying. You know.
Yeah.
Like you know that you're buying it at a decent price and that you could actually sell at a decent price later. So it's all about knowing. Yeah, like any other collectible market, you got to know your market, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know that's how it goes. Oh, here's another winner. Here's another. Everybody, people like you see this one usually. That is Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Not Dredd, Judge Dredd. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be the lawgiver from Judge Dredd.
Boggs wanted to play this. This is what I play when people are talking about they're investing in comic books, Patrick. I play this video.
Hey, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Right? So true.
You just got paid, not long.
Right?
It's going to be gone soon.
So true. So true.
I know. So.
Oh, here you go. Actually, I have more than just Hellboy too. You know, I have I got Samael.
Oh, cool. But you got so many things. This show would be like 6 hours long if we showed everything, wouldn't it?
It would take probably 2 or 3 hours if I went through everything. Probably 2 or 3 hours. It takes a while. This is Gruagosh.
Oh, cool! That's badass, dude.
That's the David Harbour Hellboy. And then this is actually the Cronin.
Oh yeah. Always has a creepy mask. Like, oh, I love it.
Big baby shell back there too. Yeah, I have a bit. You know, I have a bit of an obsession with.
I'm gonna ask you about the making
with things devil typically.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
Yeah. You ever watch like Adam Savage's YouTube channel?
Yeah. I've met Adam Savage. I've sold him some things.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. It's safe to say, like, I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm not like friends with the guy or anything like that, but like
acquaintances, maybe.
But yeah. We run in the same circles. So
I love watching him make stuff. He showed you like one time. He said, "I made this when he was in high school." He made like a replica of Deckard's gun, and he says, "Now I'm going to try it again." And he redid it. He says, "I'm going to do it better." And so he likes to recreate. Of course, he worked with like Lucas and all those guys, didn't he? Like he was on I think he worked at ILM for a while.
Yeah. He worked on episode 1 and 2, I believe.
And I want to tell you something about my friend Jean Malot. He's French Canadian, but he's a big Alien fan, right? He wants to know if you have any pulse rifles. He's probably like, I wish.
I don't have any pulse rifles. I have the Merida from Starship Troopers. I do have any. I have the protomorph head. That's from Covenant, and then down here I have that's the Gunslinger. If you can see that there.
Yeah, I see it. That's cool.
So that's the Gunslinger from Alien Resurrection, and this is for the internal shot when the chest burster pops out from the inside.
Oh yeah.
So that's like the whole like special effects rig for that. I did have the Neomorph, the white one, for a while, but I sold that one a few years ago. Unfortunately, out of necessity.
I wish I had a replica of that of the Nostromo or the drop ship from Aliens. That's a badass ship. The drop ship.
I'd like to have the pulse rifle. I'd be all about getting one.
You know, I almost bought. They have a Nerf came out with one. It was a Nerf gun.
Yeah. I remember when they released that.
Ammo. And I saw a guy get one on YouTube, and he, you know, they made it all orange and shit. You know, because when we were kids, we used to get like electric squirt guns that actually look like Uzis. But oh, look at that.
That's the Merida from Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's a live fire too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a live blank fire version of it.
We know
and that. I don't know if you can see that one. That's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. I thought it was an underrated movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, it could have been better, but
no, it could have been better.
It wasn't awful. Like I don't think it was as awful as everybody like
that was a live fire. Now they had the I watched a documentary about aliens, right? So the live fire when they had the pulse rifles, didn't they like bastardize like a Thompson submachine gun and like they took like a shotgun and put it together with it to make the grenade launcher? I thought that was really cool how they created those. Yeah,
so they're built on a Thompson. So is that Ghost in the Shell briefcase weapon from when the geishas are attacking and the guys come in and they drop the briefcase off and he's got like a weapon inside. One of them is a Thompson, and actually here it is.
Oh wow! Isn't it funny though that like for these futuristic movies, and they're still using technology that was created in the 1900s.
Right. That's the HP weapon.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So that's all the Ghost in the Shell stuff. And then I have chemrails and stuff from
the cartoon, but it was all right movie.
What was it? This is that's Deckard. That's Blade Runner 2049's Deckard's costume.
Okay.
And then back there's Sapper Morton. You can see that or not?
Yeah, I see it. Who's the guy with the duct tape? Is that the one you're talking about?
We got Cooper back there from Elysium.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie actually. I like that movie.
And that's actually Bound, Hellraiser.
Oh, okay.
And this is my space hose.
Space hose. John will get Samaritan gun.
I had a Samaritan and I sold it. Kind of regret that, but maybe I'll get another one later down the road. Here's one of the geishas from Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, cool.
That's all Hellraiser. And then this is the demon Constantine.
Oh yeah, one that comes out. Yeah,
that's the one that's in the mirror.
That's the one that he traps in the mirror. Yeah, that's badass.
And he's clutching onto Abe Sapien's wetsuit.
Man, I thought they really liked the demons in that movie. I thought they did a good job. Like I said, that's what I'd imagine one would look like.
I thought they were CG back in the day. You know, I really thought they were all like animated. No, it turns out they're puppets. They built these
Well,
full-size silicone puppets.
I think sometimes, like, I think that they get too lazy nowadays with the because they go, oh, we can just CG it, but Botina and them guys, they didn't have that. You know what? That's what made. I think it makes it more practical when you have like some of those things he made for the thing. Like, I don't think that you could do that CGI.
There's an engineer head
Oh yeah,
from Alien. Kind of cool, I guess.
it's pretty dope.
The Warriors, because like I said, he's my uncle.
Oh yeah, dude. Man, that's one of my. We reviewed that a couple weeks ago. I love that movie.
Yeah, Tom Waits is in it. He's my uncle ends up dying because he got fired. Actually, he got fired. I can't remember why, but they ended up firing him, and that's why they wrote in that he wrestles with the cop and falls in front of the train.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey,
So,
since you showed that, I'll have to play this video clip.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
You know what? I can't think of a movie he was in that he didn't die in. To be honest with you, now you mentioned it.
I think he's in Justice for All with Pacino. Pacino.
Is that the one where he's like, "You're out of order. I'm out of order. This whole court's out of order."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some Expanse over here. The Expanse fans. The Blob. Lots of horror. Gladiator. A little Gladiator action.
The original, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's one of the Calvary Gladiuses.
The second one, unfortunately, even Denzel couldn't save it.
Little Tron.
Tron. Oh, my friend Mark would love that. He's a big Tron fan.
Little V for Vendetta.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving. I love that movie. Yeah, that's cool. Hell, dude. What are these behind you over here? Are these shadow boxes on the other side? But
Evil Dead.
Oh, cool.
There's some Blade Runner on the wall there too.
What's on the other wall right there behind you? Like the shadow boxes. Did you already show that?
We got just all Ghost in the Shell stuff.
Oh yeah, we already saw that. Okay.
Yeah. This is like a mixed bag. So you have that's Saber-Tooth's claws from Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
That's a detonator from Event Horizon. Event Horizon. There's a limpet mine back in there from Suicide Squad. There's a gun sight from, I believe that's Sleepy Hollow. And some others, Limitless. You got the Leprechaun in the hood there. And we got Elysium. This is all Elysium stuff. I know we get up into like the teeth.
The teeth collection. Hey, you got some True Blood.
Got some True Blood. Some Johnny Depp. Alice in Wonderland. Some Wolfman. Little piranha in there. Yeah, But yeah, there's a lot here. Because you can spend quite a lot of time.
Well, I think I keep it an hour. I don't want to keep you all day, so I think we're about the hour.
Okay.
I appreciate you being on here. I want to tell everybody what's going on. If you got anything coming up, like I don't know if you, I know you post a lot of content on Instagram, but just a reminder.
I don't have a channel or like do videos or anything, but I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, The Missing Collection, and you can follow me there if you guys like. And
I'll drop it in the chat real quick. Instagram.
If anybody else has a channel and they're interested in having me on, you're always welcome to reach out. I'm perfectly happy to show off whatever. I just personally don't have a channel. But yeah.
I gotta find your. Well, why am I having trouble finding the damn thing?
What are you looking? If you're on Instagram, it's underscore. So the underscore missing underscore collection. No spaces. It's underscore. And then on Facebook, it's the groups.
Oh, I got it.
Right on.
Yeah, I never think to do the underscore thing on stuff. I just forget. There you go, guys. Give a follow on Instagram. I'm gonna tell everybody what I got going on. We'll get out of here. I've been doing collaborating with 2 other YouTube channels. My friend Fable, One Collection Down, and Pop Culture Philosopher,
He's awesome.
YouTube channel.
Fable's a good guy.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. And so we're tomorrow night we're reviewing this Wes Craven classic, hidden gem, in my opinion. The Serpent of the Rainbow for March Madness.
The top 3 voodoo films ever made.
Hell yeah, I agree. And and then Fable will be reviewing. I'll be on that panel. We're going to be reviewing Falling Down Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
It's another classic.
Yeah, classic. And we got this one's Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, we're going to have Martin. It's a George Romero movie from the 70s. It'll be I think the guy he gets people's blood and drinks it. He's kind of like a pseudo vampire. And then
Did it get remade? Didn't they remake Martin? I think
it got remade. And then I will be reviewing next Wednesday The Devil's Rejects, part of the Firefly trilogy by Rob Zombie. Got some pretty wild stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to play clips from that movie, but we'll try. And then I'll be on the panel for Fable show the next Friday with Misery. We'll be reviewing Misery. And then we'll round it out with Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, The Substance, starring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley. I think I said her name wrong, but I apologize to her. Well, she's not watching. Who cares? And we got California and Psycho franchise ends it out. They're going to just cover the whole Psycho franchise.
Yeah,
and
nice.
look for this video. Will probably be coming out later tonight or tomorrow. We're reviewing. Me and Jeff just recorded a review of G.I. Joe issue 13, Last Plane from Rio Lindo, and we'll see if Snake Eyes survived or not. He was in a hairy situation last time we left him, but don't worry, Snake Eyes is around for almost every issue. Although they did try to kill him off once, but he come back. Snake Eyes is like, you can't get rid of Snake Eyes. They know where their bread. They know what side their bread's buttered on. You know what I mean? See, I even have no doubt avatar here. So I got Pliskin tonight. But anyway,
I'll leave you with some Sutter Kane. Some In the Mouth of Madness.
All right. And everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.